Shalom. I want to give all the glory and the praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ukah, Kodash, the brothers apostles, the elders, and the bishops, the great millstone. Shalom to the whole full elect, which are remember of the Israelites and Israelite foreigners that don't like the Israelites, but they are Israelites. Shalom. And I'm about to be just reading this precept right here. Ecclesiasticus 40 and 29. And it says, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he polluted himself with other men's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof. Now I'm gonna read this again. Let's go into it a little bit. The life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life. Now, one of the main reasons why the Lord is saying that is because, one, you depending on another man's table. You're not depending on him at the end of the day to help you. That's one of the main reasons, for real, for real. That's one of the ultimate reason, to be honest with you. But in the midst of all of that, is too, it's because you're not really taking initiative on yourself to really do something about a situation, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that you need to work on, or whatever the situation is. You depend on the next man to do this, do that for you, and this and that. And on top of that, you rely on the next man to do this and do that for you. He gaining all the knowledge and information on what to do and how not to do the situation, while you just lay back, ain't learning nothing, worrying about the wrong things in life, and you're going to miss out. It's another reason why it says that the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life. Because you worthless at the end of the day. You just sitting there waiting on the next person. At the end of the day, we all supposed to be waiting on the Lord, but at the same time, supposed to be working and doing something to prove to the Lord that we want to be saved, that we are worthy. You know what I'm saying? All right, then when it says, for he polluted himself with other man's meat. Basically, you're defiling yourself and setting yourself up with somebody else's food. Because one, this person might be, for matter of fact, I put it in, what's a good verb? All right, well, basically, say, for example, somebody at their table, they got a specific diet that the Lord got them sitting on, that they got to eat on, right? And that specific diet, you can't eat on that specific diet because you have a specific diet the Lord set up for you to eat so you can continue on. You relying on this person, how he eat and what he got set up for him. Eventually, most likely you're going to fuck yourself up because it's going to be too much for you, or it's going to be something that ain't you, that you don't need. What's another way I can speak on this? I forgot. Lord's way bring it back to me. Oh, let me read it again. For he polluted himself with other men's meats. So like the Lord took that from me for right now, but basically, in other words, you setting yourself up for failure, relying on the next person and trying to feed off of what he got. It was for him at the end of the day. It reminded me of the precept, what was this? Ecclesiasticus 21. Hold on, let me go. 21 and 7. Ecclesiasticus. It was like a house. No, it's 8. It's 8. I don't know how I skipped past that. Ecclesiasticus 21 and 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathered himself stones for his own burial. Gathers. So let me read that again. He that buried his house with other men's money is like one that gathered himself stones for the tomb of his own burial. because you still relying on the next person to do something for you. And then the Lord gave you something to work on. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's what it was. The water y'all about to me outside. See, the Lord gave you a specific gift to work and use. And in other words, another way, one way is you giving your gift to the person. Hey, I want you to use this and do this for me. This and that, blase, blase, and then bring me back whatever you got. At the end of the day, that's not how the Lord operates. He don't move like that. If he gave you something to do and use, he gave you to do it and use it. So do it and use it. But if you rely on the next person to do it for you, man, that's when problems won't come in, and it's gonna be a lot of hell on your hands. And then the other thing was for example, you rely on the next man's gift, like the Lord gave you something, right? And you just hold on to it instead of giving it to the next man or just using it, which you're supposed to do, for example. And you just waiting on the next man to use his gift because one, you like his gift better, so you rather use his gift and eat off of what he got going on instead of what the Lord gave you. Nah, the Lord gave you this specific gift. Use it to get your table, to feed your family, or to feed yourself, whatever the case may be, figuratively speaking. Not literally, but you get what we're saying through the spirit. But yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Because basically you set yourself up for failure. You don't even understand how. Lord's will you get what I'm saying through the spirit. I know I'm kind of a little scatterbrained with what I'm saying, but you should get the point of where I'm going at with this. And different scenarios on how you can set yourself up for failure. All right, and it says, but a wise man, well nurtured, will behave thereof. All right, Shalak, I went back to Ecclesiasticus 40:29. I'm at the bottom. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof. Because at the end of the day, he observe and understand, like, man, look, the Lord gave me something that I need to use to get myself on. I can't rely on the next man to get me the way I need to be. I'm supposed to rely on the Lord, what he gave me to get the way I need to be at the end of the day. Because think about how we was in the world and how many times we relied on somebody to do something for us and it never came through. Then we had to get up and do it ourselves. Or how many times when you relied on yourself to do something and yourself ain't even do it. It's like, well, fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot with this, man. Because at the same time, you count on another man's table. It's like you relying on your own table. Basically, what I'm saying, like you relying on your flesh to help you. Now, man, I ain't trying to go too deep. I'm gonna just let that alone. That's going too far with it. I might throw somebody off. But that's basically the point though, for real, for real. Don't depend on the next man to do something for you. Depend on the Lord and depend on the gift that the Lord gave you to do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, all you're doing is just gonna kill yourself. You setting yourself up for failure, and that most likely that next person gonna get it before your ass do. Also, too, that next person might be fucking up, and you eating up off of a fucked up table if you don't even know it. You setting yourself up for failure, cause you rely on that next man, not even knowing that next man set up for failure. Well, let me get this in the Good News Translation. I'm gonna close out in there. Slocky to my nose, little stuff. I sound a little awkward. But Ben Sirah in the Good News Translation, 40:29. If you have to depend on someone else for your food, you are not really living your own life. You pollute yourself by accepting food from another. Begging is torture to the soul of any sensitive person. So basically, like, yeah, same thing what I've been saying, the same in other words. And what I mean by like you are not really living your own life. Basically, not really living the life that the Lord gave you to do for yourself at the end of the day. At the same time, though, your man's going to the Lord. But you get where we're going at. Yeah, but that's basically it. I ain't got too much of what he going to about this. I ain't trying to throw nobody off. But hopefully it was edifying. I'm gonna give all the glory and the praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makah, Kodash. That belongs to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole full elect. I'm trying to remember the Israelites and Israelite foreigners that don't look like the Israelites, but they are Israelites. Shalom.